Elon just tweeted that the real reason they haven't released the Epstein files is because Trump is in them.
Man, grand rising to the collective. Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth setting. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps collective grow, helps collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But even if you haven't subbed up, you watch it on your TV, whatever the case is, I wish it was smooth 7. Shout out to the collective again. Man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you again for everything y'all do. Might be a trigger warning or two. I hope not. Before we get started, I've been slipping, y'all. I told one of our supporters, somebody that's part of the collective, that I would give him a shout out, right? That was months ago. And I forgot, searching through the DMs, getting new videos going, and I seen it. Aldrin McCullough. My bad, bro. Shout out to you, bro. I apologize. You got dope ass content. And I've been late to give you a shout out, and I told you I would. I'm just trying to be a man of my word. I'm sorry. I apologize that it took so long, but I got around to it. I've been having a lot going on from since now till then, bro. So my bad, I apologize. But shout out to you, bro. Appreciate the support. So I appreciate what you do. But I ain't gonna hold y'all. Y'all know what it is. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
Trump is in the Epstein files. That's the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day. Jesus Christ. Trump is in the Epstein files. Trump is in the Epstein files.
You guys are sitting here mad about these poor people they're basically just a scapegoat, but the real gangsters are the people in power. The people with the suits.
Paris, LA, man. I know it's going down out there.
Everything that's taking place right now in LA between ICE and immigration will lead to a civil war, martial law, or a lockdown. Trump sends 2,000 National Guard troops to LA. Really? I don't want people to forget that they made a movie called Civil War in 2024. Once again, they do not make these movies for your entertainment. They don't give a f if you are happy, sad, or not. They have a mission. Part of this mission is to lock down the people again. So many people say, we want freedom. We want freedom. Well, the Statue of Liberty represents liberty. Liberty and freedom, not the same thing. But this video is about to get a little deep. Stay with me. In 3 more days, we will have the strawberry full moon. Why is this important? Because everything is connected to the moon. The moon is ice cold. And when we die, they put us on ice. They are trying to tell us that we are dead. That's why we keep hearing these stories about immigration and ICE. When you look at the last 3 letters in police, you get ICE. Anytime there is a major attack, they say ISIS did it. The word police just means pole, ice, because there is a pole separating us from life and death. When we die, they say we are ice cold. When you do something bad, they say your heart is ice cold. Everything is about duality. If the sun represents heat, the moon represents cold. What's taking place right now in LA is just something small. By the way, LA is known as the city of angels. What we are seeing and hearing is all about order out of chaos. They come in and do all the chaos, then they bring in the order. So right now we are only seeing one half of the story, which is all about chaos. When these people come in, this will be order. Do not be surprised if people start having curfews when we are not allowed to go outside, when we are not allowed to go to the store. This shit is a real thing. All these major events is connected to the moon. ISIS, ice cold. Let me break down how the moon works. The moon take all of our energy, all of us, and they give it right back to us. That's why these people keep staging these events like this, because they use all of our emotions, all of our energy, our hatred, our love, and they push it right back to us. But I don't want people to forget how these operations really work. And I don't want you to forget that Elon Musk did make a tweet speaking about Trump. And a couple days later, all hell break loose in LA. So is this a distraction or is it a real event? Yes, it's a real event and also a distraction. Strawberry 3 moon is in 3 days. Friday the 13th is coming up right after the full moon. If you want to know more about these events, check out my link in.
What y'all think, man? King Josh, he reaching or nah? I knew when I seen Elon Musk, when I seen his comments about Trump, and then I seen what Trump was about to do next, and then I seen what happened in LA, I was like, oh shit. I wanted to just, if y'all notice, up until today's Monday, and I'm shooting this on Monday, up until today, I waited to talk about what's going on in LA. I waited to talk about Trump. I waited to talk about Elon's words to him, or his message that he put out. I was waiting because I want to see more and more and more on how this shit play out. And I figured it was a distraction. And I did ask, what if his name was on that Epstein list? Not saying it is, not saying it ain't. It's entertainment purposes and I'm going to follow YouTube's guidelines. I was just asking a question. None of that's true. But I asked, and some people was like, it's not true. He didn't know what his friend was doing. Now, and I said, if my homies was ever doing something and it wasn't right, oh, I knew. And they told me. We used to have these talks. I was aware of what they was doing. If I wasn't helping them with the shit, like, come on, bro. Look, birds of a feather flock together. Most of us know what our peoples is up to, or what they doing, or if we don't want to deal with what our friend is doing. We have choices, but typically, if our friend is doing it, we didn't tell him not to do it. Or most of the time, we're helping them with whatever they're doing. And so I asked that question, and I swear, it was so many people who support that side who was going at me like as if I'm not supposed to question that. I'm supposed to question it, bro. I didn't disrespect nobody. I didn't call him out his name. I just asked, what if that was the case? And people got out their feelings. That shit's crazy. You can't ask questions now? The world that sensitive, bro. Like, people feel like they gotta come back with insults and disrespect because you ask a question that bothered their way of life. Man, just answer it. But y'all let me know if that's a reach. Spam it up, man.
This entire life you live is just a show that was set up by a handful of families. This finna be the deepest video you done seen all year. They just want to control everything you do so that they stay in power. Screenshot this because I'm finna take it off the screen. They start you out by putting you through school to wring out all of your critical thinking and your creativity. John D. Rockefeller said he want a land of workers, not thinkers. And they only want workers so y'all can work on the things that they need y'all to work on to keep them in power without questioning it. If you thinking, you gonna question what you doing. I don't know if the people that run this world care or not, but this is what it looks like when you strip all of the creativity and critical thinking and joy and happiness out of somebody and turn them into a worker. What's even crazier about all of this, all the people in politics are damn near related. The reason why they chose Obama to be the first black president is because he was the only black person that was related to them. Think I'm lying? Watch this.
That President Obama and all the presidents before him, with the exception of one, are related and descendants of a former king of England.
No, they are all cousins and they're grandsons of John Michael.
Y'all gotta wake up and free yourselves. Just start getting more creative, bro. Produce things from your heart. Learn how to take care of yourself. And you gonna be alright in this whole shit show.
I can't handle this, y'all. This is crazy, yo. I didn't think this was about to affect me like this. But, our neighbor's school, y'all know I work at a school. Our neighboring school, I think it's Gratas, I don't know how to say it. It's Gratas or something like that. They were having their graduation. And there's helicopters in the sky. Most of these schools are... Most of these schools are predominantly Hispanic. Most of these schools are predominantly Hispanic. Gratas, I believe elementary, was having their graduation. And all of a sudden a bunch of parents have to run out because ISIS is there. This is the story that I'm hearing. And, you know, our school goes on lockdown. Our principal, you know, tells us it's a drill, but we know it's not a drill. And, you know, I had to come outside. It's my break. We kind of got like off of a soft lockdown. And, you know, parents had to run out because they don't have papers. And they had to leave their kids because the kids do. What type of shit is this, yo? And then kids are freaking grabbing teachers and crying on their leg because they don't know if they're about to see their parents when they get home. What the is this? And we voted for this shit? 15 people just got picked up on Wilshire at the Home Depot. On Wilshire. Yo. Man, oh my God. This is not right. This is not right, yo.
I meant to ask. I know there's teachers who watch this. So teachers, how do y'all feel when y'all see ICE come onto the campus? When I was teaching, we didn't have this problem right here. This wasn't thought about anymore. Before I was teaching, yeah, this was something real again. But now it's back. So I don't know how I didn't experience this. It would have been one of them teachers where it would have been, do I risk my job and let loose and show off this emotion and not like everything that's being done and intervene? But it's like, if I intervene, what can I really do? The parent don't have papers, you know, don't have documentation. The kids do, but then it's like, you can't even take them and help them yourself. It's a lot, bro. I feel his frustration. But when he say we voted for this, I mean, some did vote for that. Some did. We just gonna be honest. It happened. That's how they're able to do what they're doing. I'm gonna say this. It's not what we do, it's how we do it. And that goes with everything, you know? It's how we do it. That's just it's unfortunate, bro. It's unfortunate. But again, like I said way before this, when they was taking kids and putting them in them cages, some of them kids ended up with some real serious issues because they was violating them. They didn't have to send them overseas and put them in a ring and on the dark web and all that. They was doing it to them in them cages. Our own officials sometimes. I'm just saying, like, let that shit sink in. And I could go far with that, and I can get to talking about other topics where the officials was effing up. But we gonna wait for that. But y'all let me know, man. Y'all let me know. I could feel his pain, and it's not okay. It's not okay. Them is kids, man. But this is America. This is America. Sometimes it's great. Sometimes there's a lot of opportunities. Sometimes there's a lot of wickedness that floats around. That's just what makes America America. It's a lot of good and it's a lot of bad and it's a lot of ugly. Y'all let me know.
By now, a lot of us have seen these pictures and videos. There's a lot of speculation that it's Nibiru. I agree with this, and I'm going to show you some wild stuff, and then I'll show you how it's actually biblical.
Weirdest part of all was what the late Abigail Gluck whispered.
Like I'll say, a crazy mummified corpse whispering Nibiru is creepy times 10.
It gets creepier. I googled it and found a lot, namely this. Nibiru is a planet listed in the writings of Zecharia Sitchin, particularly his book The 12th Planet. According to Sitchin's interpretation of Babylonian religious texts, a giant planet called Nibiru passes by Earth every 3,600 years and allows its sentient inhabitants to interact with humanity. These beings, which Sitchin identified with the Anunnaki of Sumerian myth, would become humanity's first gods. My favorite internet encyclopedia says there's supposed to be a collision. The Nibiru collision is a disastrous encounter between the Earth and a large planetary object. Believers in this doomsday event usually refer to this object as Planet X, or Nibiru.
The doomsday event?
I am of the Anunnaki, interdimensional beings that visit the planet Earth every few thousand years. We arrive at a time called Nibiru, when the barriers between our worlds grow weak.
This is my planisphere. That's what this red thing in the middle is. It's responsible for eclipses. Notice this on Bill Nelson, the head administrator for NASA's Twitter. Look at his badge. Then I saw this on their website when their website was down the other day. A lot of us have noticed that MasterCard has this as their logo. So I go to their website like how I do, and I noticed this, and I'm like, this definitely is something. It means naval destroyer, water destroyer. So we know the sun should be turned to darkness before the great and terrible day of the Lord. But the alternate name for Nibiru is the destroyer. MasterCard also used it in that ad. Jeremiah 4:8, a destroyer of nations has set out. He has gone out from his place. Remember I showed you the planisphere. In some ancient texts, they also seem to think that when Nibiru was out of place, that time would be wrong. For this, put on sackcloth. Remember in Revelation, it says the sun will be made like sackcloth. In Exodus, will not allow the destroyer. And the lore with Nibiru is that it's how aliens...
Tell y'all true story, B. So boom, watch this video to the end. Be careful, they watching us. TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only. Let's go.
300 plus cameras in Department of Transportation.
Really?
I know what's going on right now, any place in this county. Aviation, if they're up, whoever's working, I can click on their camera right now and I can watch their interaction.
That's crazy.
Live Google. This is
Whoa.
a big deal. And I'm going to show like Google. So I'm going to show you right now. I can tell you where everybody is, what they're doing.
What the?
And then I can also bring up, any intersection I want in the county.
Aye.
Right now.
So you're bringing up live CCTV cameras right now?
Bringing up live cameras.
Wow.
Stop playing with me, son. You can't do nothing without being watched. This is the world that we live in. Come on.
You have eyes and ears everywhere.
Everywhere. But I can go to any intersection and pull it up right now. So if there's a crash, if someone says we're in a pursuit, whatever it might be, it shows me right now.
Wow.
It shows me every single person working.
This is
the
crazy.
stars where my deputies are. It tells me what they're doing, what they're on, what
Okay.
for service. It's important for me to have my finger on the pulse constantly. It's a traffic
Really?
stop right here. So this is Deputy
Aye.
Austin, and right now I can see his body on camera. So it's as if we're on scene. We got this county locked down.
Stop playing with me, son. TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only. They got the county locked down, not me. It's not a game, guys. You really think they can't see what you're doing? Be careful while you're out there. Now, I know the older generation ain't doing nothing stupid. It's the younger ones that we're worried about. Stop playing with me, son, and understand that when you're doing something, somebody's seeing something. It's no need for tattletellers anymore. They got tattletellers all around the city. Posted up in high places. You can't even shut up. You know exactly what's going on. But I'll tell you one thing. If I ever find out that one of those cameras was watching me,
And we know they was watching us at least a couple times. We do this type of shit.
Three Elons. The first Elon comes from a family. He's a part human, part cyborg. This was an Elon that was developed by the Dark Fleet. Remember the first secret space program that was established by the Nazis and the evil aliens known as the Draconians? Yeah. The second Elon is a clone of that. And due to this war between the Y-Hats and the Cabal, there has been a third Elon that was actually biogenetically engineered in a petri dish to do good. That's the one that's free speech, working with Donald Trump through Doge to unravel all this federal spending, to reveal the truth about the corruption. And so that's known as the third Elon. We have had cloning technology for a long time. We have had advanced alien technology for a long time. Everything that we see in sci-fi is happening in our world, but from behind the scenes. They just don't tell us about it.
We have concentration camps in the United States of America that they've been building for 4 years now. And the question is, who in the is you finna put in there?
Facts. Man. Look, my opinion is, and it's for entertainment purposes, they built that wall so we can't get out when some shit hit the fan. We seen some clips of some shit that transpired in 2001 that I told you I can't post anymore, that I get in trouble for. All I'm gonna say is if they did some shit like that then to innocent people of their own, in their own land, on their own soil, to stop a great awakening, to stop everybody from tapping in and not plugging out and messing up their way of life, and giving us a new way of life, they'll do that shit again, and they'll do more. So again, that wall was placed by the borders. It wasn't to keep people out. That's what they told us. But again, don't believe everything these people is telling us, because we've been doing that and we see so many damn lies. Bro, it's to keep us from getting out. It's to keep us from getting out. What else do we think these camps is for? Who are they for? Don't be naive here and say, oh, they're for some other people. Who? Why would it be for some other people? That's all I'm going to say. Like, we got to ask the right questions and not the wrong questions. And we got to stop being naive. And we got to notice exactly what's being done and what's in front of us. And what they trying to plan for us next. That's my opinion. That's my 2 cents. Y'all let me know. Y'all spam up y'all thoughts and opinions, man. But I got my mind made up. I'm just waiting. Y'all let me know for entertainment purposes.
Okay, y'all, so everybody's out here making videos, talking to trees like, touch me if you can hear me, and that's cool and all, but what does it mean when you have a group of hummingbirds surrounding you, hovering around you, and even landing on your fingers? Do you know how rare that is, y'all? Hummingbirds don't play that. Do you know how much of a high vibration you have to be in order for them to be attracted to your frequency? These birds are highly elusive, high alert, high speed, and they're very selective with who they share their energy with. And for one to come to you, that's wild. But a whole group of them, y'all, that is divine. And look at her just sitting in her chair like she's used to this, y'all. Look at her. She looks a bit perplexed, but that's normal because our whole life we've been dealing with things that don't really like us too much, y'all. This baby goddess must be on a whole nother frequency. You see, that's why they're calling hummingbirds like like frequency, like a mantra, like vibrational resonance. People just don't attract hummingbirds. Your aura has to be magnetic, just like bees to a flower. This is ancient ancestral energy returning through the use, y'all. Look at her. Look at the birds. See, this is exactly what our children are supposed to be doing when they're young, y'all. That's why they call it elementary. They're supposed to be working with the elementals, and they took them out of the environment because we're literally Pocahontas running with the animals and everything like that. They disconnected it from us. Now it's coming back naturally. Y'all see this? The shift is here, y'all. The signs are all around us. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
What the hell?
Y'all, the Matrix is really breaking down, y'all. I think this red sun has something to do with it because this lady notices this plane. This is in Northeast Florida. Notice this plane in the air, not moving at all. She pulls out her camera, y'all. I swear, y'all. She is recording for quite a bit of time. Why isn't this plane moving? Why isn't it moving, y'all? Look.
It's literally not moving.
It's not going anywhere, y'all. Look at this. Can somebody please explain to me why this plane isn't moving in the sky? I'm made up, so when we start to see things like this, like we start to call people crazy, or you're making it up, you're making it up. Y'all, the plane is not moving at all. The plane is not moving at all. And this is supposedly a machine that's supposed to move through the air at hundreds of miles an hour. Does that look like hundreds of miles an hour to you, y'all? Yeah, the shift is here. Let me know what you guys think about this video, y'all. Like, follow, and share for more videos like it. Let's continue to get it. Peace.
Spam up your thoughts.
Did y'all hear what Donald Trump just said about Joe Biden? He literally said the shit that people been saying for years. This man, Donald Trump, just opened the floodgates. He took to his Truth Social and said this, y'all. Look at this. This is not what I'm saying. This is what he wrote, y'all. You can read it yourself. I'm not even finna say nothing. Now, just looking at that, y'all know that shit sound crazy, right? But like I said before, people been saying this shit for years. Just take a look at these pictures. My boy was going through drastic changes, y'all, as you can see by these 4 pictures. One of them, he was maybe happy. One of them, he was maybe stressed. One, he was mad. I don't know. The other one, he just looked like he is finna eat somebody. Now, let's just play the hypothetical. Let's just say hypothetically that this is real, y'all. Do you know how many people that's like higher up? So like,
I'ma just be honest, bro. Biden look off. The forehead to the teeth. I mean, y'all can see it right there, man. The forehead is really what gets me. Like the forehead, eye area. And then that very first clip, the very first picture with the 4 pictures of Biden. That very first one, he looks like he's himself, but the other ones, which model was that? Which version is that? Let me know.
Did you guys see what happened in Denver? People in Denver woke up to an all red sky, y'all. I'm talking about blood crimson. Fire should be falling out of the sky type of stuff. Y'all see that huge thing right there, y'all?
What the fuck is going on in Denver? Why was sky red this morning, the 2nd of June 25?
Okay, so we seen blue skies, teal skies, purple and blue rain, and now Denver has its own personal red light therapy, y'all. What is going on in the world? So you mean to tell me that the sky just turned apocalyptic overnight? Did y'all see the Aurora Borealis? So this was in Colorado last night. I don't think this is enough to turn the whole sky red in the rising, but this is very interesting, y'all. Check this out. Wow, y'all see that? Now let's come over to Australia, and this is what the sky was looking at over in Australia. Y'all see this? Look at that, y'all. Look at this. Look at the amazing fire up in the sky. Don't act like all of this ain't connected, y'all. Solar energy is off the charts. The sun is popping off. The geomagnetic storm, you have the cosmic fire, and then you have the sky changing all kind of mood lamp colors. This is amazing. Look at that, y'all. Something is most definitely stirring up above, y'all. So let me ask y'all a question. Is this the calm before the storm? Is this the calm before the storm, especially with everybody seeing the two suns out there right now? But yes, y'all, what a time to be alive. Denver, Colorado, what's going on out there? How y'all doing? Let me know down in the comments below. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. Just shift this here. Let's get it. Peace in.
Hey guys, warning. If you live in the Sacramento area and you see John 3:16 tatted on the ground like a, you know how like gang members like spray paint, like, you know, let's say if you're a Norte, they spray paint XIV. That's the same shit, but it's for like the church. So like what the church is doing now, at least from what I've seen, is that a lot of Sacramento is heavily colonized. And by that, I mean a lot of these niggas have been forcefully converted and assimilated. So if you see John 3:16, nigga, you need to be careful and watch. Just be careful, because that means like if you see like bikers, like missionaries, it's missionaries, bro. It's missionaries. You know how like drugs, they have the gang members? The church has missionaries. Just like back then, way back in the day, when missionaries would go out from Britain or Portugal to go to like Egypt or West Africa, East Africa, Ethiopia, whatever. Somebody's watching you. And there's a lot of niggas watching you. Like a lot of niggas watching you. Like if niggas is not in jail and they have not converted, and by converted, I mean someone who's been forcefully like they converted out of security and safety for themselves. And some people lose their minds. Now, obviously, when I describe this, it sounds crazy, but trust me when I say this, somebody's taking note of you, especially in California and Sacramento. Sacramento is the capital of California. Even though California is like a very democratic blue state, when it comes to blue states like this, it is a hardcore surveillance. There is a lot of surveillance going on. It could be wiretaps. It could be they listen to your phone. They got cameras everywhere. They taking notes. They doing investigations. They doing cases. They do cases on people, case files on people. Like, just know niggas is taking notes on you everywhere you go. If you live in Sacramento, if you're in the Sacramento area, if you're taking the public transit, if you're on the freeway, unless you're in a nice suburb, unless you're like in a nice suburb where it's like less surveillance because like it's a suburb. But like if it's like the big city, like Midtown, South Sac, the North, expect a lot of surveillance from everybody. Church, police, military, recruiters. You get recruiters, police, some niggas that just feed police information, whatever, bro. It's bad. It's bad, so just be careful.
Doing? Lauren! Wait! Cassandra! What are you doing? What's the blue dot? Back in the lab. Feels good to be back.
Mogul and they know that. Logo on my flow mat. Courtside Chamberlain throwback match my Rolex. Everywhere I go flex. Ballet park on some low shit. Whole lot of smoking that Rory, that thing post.
Yeah. Some classic material. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not even amping y'all up. You know I'm not gonna amp you up on no shit. I ain't even been talking no music shit in like 2 years, you know? I mean, shit.
What's crazy is, if I was Nip, man, I don't know how he didn't say nothing to Lauren, like, get your ass up. Like, I don't even think he should talk to her like that, but you doing this around Diddy, the dealer. I mean, you gotta talk to her like that. Cause it's like, bro, is you with him or you with me? Like, you with the shenanigans he be pulling, or is you with me? Like, that's how I would be looking at it. I would be feeling some type of way. But, man, he was focused on his craft. I give it to him. He was focused on his craft. And maybe that's why. No, I ain't gonna ask that. Man, rest in peace to Nip, man. That's my guy. But yeah, I would have been probably spazzing out like, hey, what is? I would have just looked at her like, what is you doing? And she would automatically know, like, oh, let me get up because he about to go off and he about to start messing up the studio. Everybody got to go, bro. Everybody go. Diddy would have got kicked out of there too. He would have got kicked out of there too. Everybody got to go, bro, because I'm about to turn up in this. I'm about to lose my composure. And I know y'all seen the clip with Diddy telling Nip, like, stop clapping. Bro, I would have.
Out, and not only did he bring the receipts out, he filed for emergency custody for his baby. Now, we all know Haley made some claims that DDG did a couple of things to her. But now, with the evidence that DDG put out, it's seeming like Haley was the aggressor. Now, we know for a fact that everybody was just running DDG in the mud when they thought that he did X, Y, and Z to Haley. My only question is, will the energy be matched right now? He dropped numerous text messages with her saying that she might unalive herself, text messages with her threatening him, text messages with her saying that she had a weapon. He even put up a picture where it allegedly shows that she might have stabbed him in his finger. Now, we all know that two stories could be true. My question to you is, what do you think? Who do you think escalated this situation? Who do you think should be held accountable in this situation? Who do you think is the problem in this situation? Now, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to be biased. I'm going to leave that up to you. I want y'all to jump in these comments and let me know what y'all think about this, because this shit is crazy. I'm out.
That's a tricky situation. Shout out to DDG, man. Legend. He did it with this YouTube. And then he took it to the rap way. Did I think that was going to work? I didn't know. I did not know. But I'm going to go ahead and say he be killing it lately. He not lately as far as like as if he didn't do it before. Nah, I think it's dope how he's able to... See, I transitioned from rap to YouTube. He going from YouTube and he went to rap, bro. I give it to him. That's a hard thing to do. That's a hard... And to be as dope as he's doing it, bro. That new album was fire. Hey, fine shit. That song right there is one of the hardest ones on the album. I like that song, but I don't know. It's like that's where it's tricky. You got to be careful on the type of woman you having your kids with, bro. And that's my mom always tell me you still don't know all the way until you have them. She always said that because people change. I'm not here to play the bias game. I'm not here to point the fingers. All I'm going to say is DDG a tough dude to be able to deal with a woman who's sending him messages like that nonstop. It's not like you could just drop her. You got kids with her. That shit's tough, bro. That's tough. But it do take two to be... It take two to go back and forth in a relationship. But it's just like... Yeah, he a strong dude to be able to take that. And he took the heat with people dragging him through the mud. Gentlemen, he didn't even call out a name that I seen. He could have. Most men, some men would have. But he didn't. And he's still locking in, staying focused on his mission. So I give it to him, bro. But I pray that they figure that out for the sake of their child. That's what I say. For the sake of their child, like, I hope they figure that out. I don't wish no ill will. I just hope they can figure it out and grow. And whoever is the immature one, because I don't know. I'm not in on their, you know, behind the scenes and all that. But whoever is the immature one, I hope that they heal and they figure that out. Y'all let me know.
Okay, watch this. That video is almost at 16 million views. You know what I'm saying? What's the point of trying to censor a video for potentially spreading harmful content, as TikTok phrases it, and then it just goes viral anyway? Matter of fact, let's double down. Share that bitch 100,000 times. I don't care if you got to make new profiles. Send a message, because what is that? It says you can only share it with one person in an effort to prevent the spread of potentially harmful content. Whites march proudly through cities and towns, and nothing happens to them, posting their ideology across a wide range of social media platforms. Does it say can only share with one person?
Hell no.
To prevent the spread of potentially harmful content? No. But me, I'm the one that needs that banner. Is this still real life? Truly unbelievable when the President of the United States says that you can just look at an immigrant and tell their trouble. Is that not the spread of potentially harmful content? If he says that the leftist liberal Democrats are the enemies from within, and then he's talking about sending some of the homegrown criminals, so he likes to call them the El Salvador as well, that's not the spread of... Okay, it's me. I'm threat numero uno. A lot of people have said that's the first time they've ever seen that on this app. I've been on this app for 5 years. And you mean to tell me when I make an analysis, not of predictions, not of things that might happen, not of conspiracy theories, when I make an analysis based off of things that have happened this year alone, and because of seeing those things actually happen in reality, I make the statement that the USA is a dictatorship, I have to be the test subject. That video has to be the one that y'all say can only share with one person. Make sure you check your sources. Make sure you check your sources. Do you know how many times y'all had the opportunity on this app to put that banner above somebody's video? I've been going through my brain about how to feel about this shit. What the fuck? Y'all control the goddamn software. Why is it that I can get a community guideline violation? The video gets taken down. I appeal it. Immediately it says, oh, not a violation. Here's the video back. But then that strike for it stays on my profile. Fix that shit in y'all software. Instead of taking the time to put some bullshit banner above my head, telling people to check their sources, as if I'm on here telling people that pigs can fly. Like, what are we doing for real? And to what avail? If the goal of that was to suppress that video, gap in the algorithm, ho, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Hey, he check off exactly what frightens them. And there's about, he analyzes, he's aware, he's saying something, and he's thinking, and his appearance. That's a prime target to stop their way of life. They want to keep division. They want to keep this bullshit going.
Boom! Y'all, don't scroll. Elon Musk just exposed Donald Trump, y'all. Hey, this back and forth is about to get real nasty, y'all. You about to have a lot of people coming forward and like, what is really going on? Take a look at what Elon just wrote, y'all. Look. Read it. You see what it say. I'm not going to read the top part, but I'm going to read the bottom. Mark this post for the future. The truth will come out. What? So no wonder we haven't got it yet, y'all. Because if you're the president and you're on there and you know you had some shit to do with it, you wouldn't allow it to come out, right? As of right now, I don't know if he's on it. That's just what Elon's saying. But y'all, it's starting to make sense. This shit is getting crazy. So let's just say if Donald Trump is compromised, that means everybody he voted in to be in his cabinet is compromised, right? Because those is his people. And that would mean Kash Patel and his little group is compromised too. And that means everything might be a lie, right? Oh, Lord.
If that's the case, oh shit, hide. It's going down. Damn, man.
You don't have what they need, they're gonna leave.
Right.
Gotta keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but
yeah.
Rock with me, but just check it out. You need a lot of heat. A lot of heat. Yeah.
Heat. You mean that physically the place has to be hot?
You don't have no air conditioning.
No air conditioning.
No.
Why is that?
Heat affects the alcohol, and it also affects, like, everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat.
But it's true what you said, because when I went back to the door, I couldn't get out. The door automatically locked. Listen to me. The door automatically locked from the inside, right? So I'm in there, so I'm chilling, right? I'm getting hot. I forget what I had on, but I take my shirt off. Everybody got their shirt off because it's so hot, right? So I'm, at this time, to Nelly, he got his arms around Nelly like this the whole time. Nelly got his other arm around him. I go in the other room, I open the door. I swear to God, my mama, I ain't lying. Nelly in there getting a hand job from Dick. No, after that happened, Nelly put out that song, It's Getting Hot in Here.
Do y'all remember when they found that body right by Taylor Swift's Rhode Island mansion? Okay, that's totally unrelated, trust me, but we have a really important PSA right now. They have found 13 bodies in New England so far and counting. It's been going on for over a month now. Back in April, they were saying there were 6 bodies found and that they're worrying about AC. And now we are at 13. Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island. I wonder if the Taylor Swift story is connected to this. I surely hope y'all in New England, or if you have family in New England, you're watching your surroundings. Do y'all remember when I showed you just how close they found those human remains near Taylor Swift's mansion on the peak out here in the middle of nowhere? It sounds like something a serial, I'm not gonna say the word again, person would do, doesn't it? Not Taylor, of course, not her. But hear me on this, it's really odd how in 2025 we could have something like a serial blank when we have so many cameras, everyone's tracking everything else these days. Whoever's doing it, if that is the case, must be well connected. Y'all be safe, let the fam know.
Elon just tweeted that the real reason they haven't released the Epstein files is because Trump is in them. So does Elon now also have Trump derangement syndrome? Are we waiting on the next Q drop to see what his actual plans are? Or is this all just staged? I keep trying to tell you guys, left wing, right wing, all the same bird. Everything that they say, every move that they make is pre-planned. This is literally theatrics. The thing that QAnon/Trump supporters have in their minds, that Trump is like getting up there and like reciting a script to get one over on them. No, he's doing that to you. They're all doing that to us. Nobody, especially no politician, is coming to save you.
You know what's crazy? When they said Elon was funding and he had all the money, and I was wondering if this was going to happen one day. If Elon was going to spill the beans on something, and if he did, would that be him being truthful because that's the right thing to do, or would that be him just following the script and keeping us distracted and trying to feed us a narrative? And he's playing one side, then there's some other people playing the other side, and it forces the public to choose who they rocking with. Is it this person over here? Is it this person over there? Just to keep us divided and keep us from not actually noticing that we stronger together. That, I don't know. I'm still trying to think about that. But man, y'all let me know. This shit just crazy. I feel like they putting this out because they want us to be distracted.
But Larry Hoover, he got a different bloodline to him, y'all. See, the government locked God up in the 60s, man, because they knew who he was and his purpose. So he didn't get to fulfill his purpose. But because his energy was so pure, his organization still became a global network without him. Now they couldn't stop his organization from becoming global. So what they did was they infiltrated his organization, growth and development, and they put all these agents in place to do all this. And then they put all that shit on Larry Hoover to make everybody believe that them leaving him locked up since the 1960s was okay. Listen, you don't understand what they did to him. They Jesus him. They did him like they did Jesus, man. Hear me clearly, y'all. I'm telling y'all real shit because it all matters with what's going on right now. Notice in 2021, all these years Larry Hoover been locked up. Ain't nobody never been campaigning to free Larry Hoover like they have this year. Why? Because it's endgame. He's a royal bloodline. He's supposed to be released so that he can spread certain downloads that he got. Remember, he been in the jail since the 60s. As a person that did 6 years in jail, I received a lot of downloads. Anybody ever been really incarcerated and they tapped into themselves, they gonna tell you the best place to receive downloads outside of being in pure nature will be sitting in a cell. Why? Because you got all that alone and isolation time. Hear me clearly.
Damn, why they stop him?
Russia's doomsday radio just came alive again, and no one seems to know why. UVB-76, also known as the Buzzer, is a Cold War-era radio station that's been humming for decades. But when it stops buzzing and speaks, people tend to pay attention. Just days after rumors of a Trump and Putin talk about Ukraine retaliation, UVB-76 broadcast two strange Russian code words, Azotobak and Oshelin. No one knows what they mean, but they're never random. Some people say it's part of Russia's nuclear program, part of their nuclear command system. Others think it's just a bluff, just trying to scare people. Either way, when the doomsday radio speaks, the world listens.
Shout out to Diddy. Shout out to Diddy. So me and Diddy was in the bathroom, right? And bro.
Yo, look, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all.
So me and Diddy was in the bathroom, right? And bro.
Yo, look, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all another story too, cause that's crazy. I ended up somehow in a nigga bathroom too. Pause.
You was in the bathroom with Diddy too?
No.
Talk about your bathroom experience.
He paused.
So we're having an exclusive interview with Hitmaker. He's about to break down his bathroom experience with Diddy, and I'm gonna break down mine after. I'm gonna tell you about mine. Mine was deep. Pause.
Story short, damn.
Whoa.
That's nasty work.
I'm sorry. This is the reality check.
Yo, so long story short, I was at Atlantic Records and I was a little frustrated at the time because L.A. Reid offered me a label deal and I went back to Atlantic and I was like, yo, y'all gotta let me get this $2 million. L.A. want to give me $2 million to my pocket as an advance. But Atlantic ended up making it right and they ended up giving me more money and blah, blah, blah. That's how that shit happened. But I was a little frustrated because I felt like I did a lot of good work and they wasn't giving me my just due. So I called Diddy and I'm like, bro, you been in this situation before? I remember reading documentaries and seeing shit where you was at your wit's end with Andre Harrell, then you went and got your deal with Clive Davis and shit like that, blah, blah, blah. He like, come to my house, talk to me. I'm like, all right, bet. So I was in Mexico at the time. I come back to LA. I get there. I'm just chilling, waiting for this nigga to talk to him or whatever. I'm at the house, Cirocked up, De Leon'd up, going crazy. And then they like, he ready to talk to you. So I'm thinking we going in the studio, you know, outside the crib at the Beverly Hills crib.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, the back house crazy.
They take me to the bathroom. Now, mind you, he has a really pause.
It's a big bathroom.
Pause.
But I know, but it's a big bathroom.
Yeah, his bathroom was like a living room, guys.
It's a big one.
So, so look.
You not.
I'm in there like first he like, man, play me some shit. So I'm like, all right, bet. I played him some shit, and then I'm like giving him my grievances about the label and like talking about it. He like
giving your grievances, meaning like condolences?
Nah, just like my frustrations. I was venting to him, and that nigga was like, you know what? I heard this about you, nigga. You talk too much.
Damn. That's Diddy telling Hitmaker he's talking too much inside the bathroom. Inside of Diddy's bathroom.
Mentor, I'm thinking this nigga finna give me some game and show me how to do it, and he told me I talk too much, and then shit, I was at the end of the meeting.
And he said that's it, and he walked away, or it was.
I got up out of there. It was too. Yo, hold on. My favorite Diddy story. I will say this. I was talking about this. We had left Mean Streets, me and Christian, and went back, and that's when we went back to the Ritz-Carlton.
Shout out to Christian Combs.
Diddy opened the door, and I'm like, man. We just went crazy, bro. I gave your son a crazy. He like, nigga, fuck that nigga. Where my head at? I was like, yo.
Diddy tells Hitmaker his own sons because he wants his hit, meaning that he's very competitive and that he loves his family, but he wants to win, and that's a sign of a champion.
A nigga said, "Where my record at, nigga?"
That's a sign of a champion.
Yep.
Shout out to champions.
Guys.
When a teenage girl flashed that hand signal to a passing car, Amercagliano says they knew just what to do. They called the cops.
It's the hand signal that could save your life. A teenager was in a car driven by her accused kidnapper when she flashed a gesture to a passing motorist who immediately recognized it as a symbol for a woman in distress. The Good Samaritan called 911. The demo was developed by the Women's Funding Network and became popular during the pandemic because many victims had to quarantine with their abusers. This was a way of seeking help without having to verbalize it. After the 911 call, police in Kentucky intercepted the silver Toyota as it exited the highway. They found the 16-year-old girl, 61-year-old man behind the wheel. She told police the suspect had driven her on a terrifying odyssey through North Carolina, Tennessee, Ohio, and Kentucky. James Herbert Brick was arrested at the scene and charged with unlawful imprisonment.
Old ass man. That shit don't make no sense. I don't like seeing like them people take advantage like that, bro. It's like, bro, go do something else, bro. That's not even cool. But this is the first time I'm seeing that hand signal. I hope this can help somebody one day. I hope y'all can use this. Pass this on, man. Post this somewhere else so other people can see this. We need more young ladies to see this so that they don't have to. They know there's a signal out there they can give. Cause man, I'm sure that right there can save so many lives.
So this one I'm stumped on. After watching this video, I actually watched it a few times because it just doesn't make sense to me. And I'm sure if you live in a rural area where you see this all the time, then maybe this is common. But tell me if I'm wrong, but what I see here is a train sitting on tracks. But then I see tracks within the train and cars moving at a high speed inside of a train. Am I crazy? Is this what I see? Can somebody who understands this please explain it? And am I the only one who never seen this before? Leave your thoughts in the comments. This is Unanswered Universe.
Somebody let me know. How is that possible? And what is going on there? And have you seen this? I've never seen that. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, man. I'm at a loss for words for that one. Cause it's like, where are they going? I don't know. I don't know, man. I really can't tell you.
So not too long after we just experienced one of the most severe geomagnetic storms ever, Europe's most active volcano just popped its top for the umpteenth time, y'all. But did y'all peep what the sky looked like in Pennsylvania around the same time, y'all? You cannot tell me this ain't worlds colliding. Look at this, y'all. What? Look at all the colors.
I've never seen the sky look like that. Look at the sky. This is not real.
Look at all those shadows. Look. Or what about the sky in Utah, y'all? These light glitches, these light anomalies, these dark bending rainbows, they are happening a lot more often. Time is speeding up and reality is starting to feel unreal. It's starting to feel stretched. But meanwhile, on the other side of the planet, you have tourists running down the side of the mountain of Mount Etna, running away from all this chaos. Look at these people over here, thinking this is a Last Supper type of ish over here. Are you trying to feed the volcano or what? You know what I'm saying? Do you think that's what it means by gotta catch 'em all? Ash catch 'em, like the ash, gotta catch 'em all. And y'all, when I was scrolling around, I caught the most peculiar face. You cannot tell me that that's not a face right there, y'all. Look at this. Look at that, y'all. You cannot tell me that is not a face of a woman. That is scary. That's uncanny, y'all. Look at that. We've been telling y'all we're rising into a new world, and Earth is alive, and her spirit is manifesting through all these weather anomalies to cleanse the planet of the great things that are to come, y'all. But I know y'all see it. Don't y'all? Let me know down in the comments below. The shift is here. Let's get it. Peace in.
The people on the side of that mountain, of the volcano. Now, remember that clip we saw where it was, I think it was a couple, a woman and a man, and they was looking over the edge of it, and I was like, what if the whole thing just break and they fall into it? I think that shit, see, these people who looking over these side of these volcanoes, I get it. You want to test life, you want to live life at most. I don't know if I'm testing it that far though, bro. You fall in, your ass is grass. It come over, it's over. Like literally, if that volcano come over just an inch, they was done. But I don't know, y'all let me know. That shit crazy. It's all fun and games till somebody get hurt. It's all fun and games till somebody get hurt.
This brand new rental community in Tempe has all the amenities: fitness center, dog park, outdoor kitchens, but something's missing. So there are no cars in this community at all.
Isn't it great?
Cul-de-sac is the first community in the U.S. designed and built specifically for car-free living. Co-founder Ryan Johnson says the demand is strong.
Every generation, and including 90% of Gen Z, would like to pay more to live in a walkable neighborhood.
Retail, restaurants, and to start, nearly 200 apartments, all within steps of each other. No cars means no parking spaces, no garages.
Because we don't have residential parking, it opens us up to have 55% landscape space, and we get to add so much to the neighborhood.
Like social spaces around every corner. The complex is strategically located right next to the area's light rail system. All residents get a free pass. The first 200 also get a free electric e-bike, and a partnership with Lyft gets them discount rides.
I've been fine just going via rail or just biking.
Juan Ramos, among the first 100 to move in here, grew up in Arizona, but left because he didn't like the car-dependent sprawl. At 27, he just came back and says living car-free has opened his eyes.
Frankly, for most of the apartments I've lived in for years, I've never even talked to my neighbors. I know people, like, that's Pete over there, that's Ben over there, and I'm like, that's the first time I've said that.
Residents often gather near the retail stores, which focus on small businesses. Jada Stratman is moving both her home sense business and herself in.
it's not as like affordable out here as it was a few years ago, you know, and having that opportunity to live and work where you are and just have it as one, that's perfect.
Walkable neighborhoods are all well and good when the weather's fine, but temperatures here in the summer can sit over 100 degrees for weeks at a time. And that'll be the real test to see if carless living can really go the distance. Lester?
All right, Diana. It look like they just experimenting out there just to see. And y'all remember that when we watched, I told y'all about the movie Sorry to Bother You? Y'all remember when they had that little place where they had everybody come live for free? I forgot the name of what it was called. Whatever it was called, I had to go back and look. I think that's what this is kind of going up that alley. I don't know. I feel like right now it's all cool until something hit the fan. Until something hit the fan. And y'all let me know. I don't feel too comfortable with that. But it ain't about me. It ain't about me. But y'all know we made it to the end of this. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But if you're watching on your TV, whatever the case is, I wish it was smooth 7. Man, I love y'all Collective again. I appreciate y'all, and I hope y'all doing good today. Remember, keep y'all head up. Y'all bigger than y'all circumstances. We built for this shit. But until I see y'all in the next one, y'all know what it is. We gone.
I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably know